Do you know what we need most of all in education? Spirit, our soul, our connection to our soul. And when humans interact with each other in education, in learning environments, they have to be honest. Children with educators, adults. And most of the time they're not, because there's a hierarchical structure. I am the teacher, you're the child, instead of soul, hello, what can we do together? The art of the deal, very important. First, the child has to be in resonance with their own soul. Now, that's a kind of deal making in itself. And they need to have the safety and the excitement and the vibrational frequency to be inspired to be in connection with that, with their source, with their soul, which is internal guidance. And how do you do that? When you bring human adults of integrity, very important word, emotional authenticity and integrity. Adults have that. They prepare an amazing environment full of diverse, as many natural experiences as you can, bringing out all of the frequencies, all of the memories, all of the potentials in the children. And they don't just let them run shod over them. It's deal, arrangement. You come to me because you know I'm an adult with ideas and passion and expertise. Great. What is it you want to study? Interesting. Peter also wants to do something like that. And Alice, let's make a deal. We stay together for 3 months. We do experiments. We see what happens at the end of it. That's your result. Now, that might be in anything from working with animals. It might be with working with plants. Plants. Just think about it. You eat them. Yes. Even carnivores eat plants indirectly along the food chain. You use them on your face. Yeah, face cream, all that oil that we use in our lives, vinegar, the cleaning stuff, comes from plants. Usually, most things in our world come from plants. You might want to study them. You might want to go beyond the confines of normal biology and chemistry with real things in a real environment, growing potencies, collecting, gathering, experimenting. And where can you do that? Only in a place that is designed for it. And that's what I do. Collect and design. And then you, as the parent, the adult, the teacher, and you as the child, you come together and there is an expression, a possibility of the soul opening up in this environment. If the adults are full of integrity, that means a promise means a promise. And if they can't hold it, they have a proper explanation why. And there is recompense made. An adult who understands what they are feeling, so they can also understand what a child is feeling and not override them, not judge them, but work with them to enable them to get to a better place so that they are more receptive to learning. Yes, there are areas of study that we've learned traditionally, geography, biology, history, mathematics, physics. Separation is what we've done instead of, hello, we're human beings living in a world. It's actually a natural world. We may not be told that from all our indoctrination. We're told it's zeros and ones and digital and it's computers and it's through the internet is how we live. But actually, everything you consume comes from nature. That needs to be the key, the source of our education. And how do you do it? You plan an environment so that there can be expression from the soul for the being. Now, you need to learn things, don't you, in life? Not only how things work, but how could they be repaired, sustained, prolonged? How can you integrate? How can you improvise? And not just in acting, not just for your confidence, but how do you solve problems? How do you survive in a situation that is not necessarily perfect? We're having a lot of those these days. And instead of having a meltdown, you give your child the ability to discern, to be an innovator, because that's actually how they're born. An innovative creator. Give them that environment. They have a soul, they have a source. Now, education normally overrides that and does not allow that expression. They think that spirituality means religion. No, children have huge experiences from previous incarnations, human or otherwise. They have awareness, they have a mission of soul. What is their passion? What is their interest? Some things they need to maybe reconcile from the past. Sometimes it's just a development, a desire and a passion to explore, to experiment, to break the barriers of what has been. If we don't give them that awareness, if we don't allow them to use their imagination, to use the resources of remote viewing, seeing into another dimension, experiencing the possibility of other dimensions, ethereal, otherwise, understanding how their body functions on an energetic level so that healing is a normal part of their learning curricula. If we had awareness, all the psionic tools, I call them human soul technology, as part of our natural educational process, which it would be if we allowed children to help each other if they stumble and fall and are ill, if we allowed them to be the natural healers with competent adults, we would have a complete different transformation. We need a transformation of education because what we're getting right now is pretty broken. Most people are starting to wake up to it. I just had a politician I've been following for a while, causing a little bit of a good ruckus in Britain, saying we need new education. Now, I've been saying this for 30 odd years. It's my passion. It's my study. I'm Dr. Isabella May. My PhD was called Planning for Learning, all about child psychology, all about what children really are seeking, what they want, and how they become stewards of themselves and nature. Now, how do we create schools that replicate this, that emanate this theme of soul first, child with soul connection, child in nature connection, communication, proper communication between child and adults? We have to create spaces which reflect that. That means even thinking past the box, thinking in different ways of integrating our homes with our learning environments, neighborhoods. You brilliant professional adults, did you know you could be incredible, resourceful teachers, not in the normal way of this is how you do it, but yes, I'm a resource. What do you want to know from me? Shall we experiment together? These are the areas we need to think about. And children need access to great open spaces, to animals, to plants. They need to know how they grow. They need to be growing them, harvesting them, processing them, understanding this is where their eggs come from, their raw materials. Where do they come from? What can you do with them? Oh my goodness, is that how color is created? From that plant, that rock? Ha! Who would have thought? Our separation time is over. It is time of integration now, human, soul, and nature. This is our awakening. This is the time of the cosmic being. This is the time to regain our humans. Human activation. You can understand now how you could have everything at your fingertips if you only structured your environment in a different way. It's not that difficult to dig up a square meter or couple of square feet of grass and plant a diversity of herbs and find out that you can actually turn them into paint or medicine or cleaning products or food or playthings. My goodness. If we start to understand what we can do with plants, you can make living buildings. I have plans. I have been planning for a long time. The world has blocked it for a long time for so many reasons. And now we're celebrating AI like it's the new God on the block. No, we need to reconnect to our true divine source. The God is that which created human beings and all of the extraordinary celebration of animal and plant and rock, mineral and crystal on this planet. Oh yes, and the elemental beings too, the winds, the waters, the waves. There is so much more than we are bringing into our child's sphere of awareness. We need to start to bring it because otherwise we have isolation. We have once more controlled puppetry. This is the time for New Earth education. Join me. Contact me. Work with me one-on-one. Buy my books. Please, I'm looking for writers for a magazine. Extraordinary. We need to get past this word of education as a bump in our psyches and realize let's turn it into a thrill. Please contact me if you're ready for this adventure. I am. New Earth Education. I've called it the Speaking House for years. It's a time of expression and integration. Human, soul, nature, under a big umbrella of love.